I loved also that this is like the first Marvel movie that makes DC references, and you're actually going to be in the Batman too. Which is wild.
We can't talk about that.
You can't talk about the Batman?
Wait till they get a load of me.
SnyderVerse, isn't it?
There's a serial killer.
I think you don't really care about his motives, whether he loves or hates you. I think somewhere deep down, you're just terrified. Because you're not sure he's wrong, huh? You think they deserved it, huh? You think they deserved it.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the DC universe, the DC cinematic universe, and also the SnyderVerse. So yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video, keeping you up to date with all the latest and greatest DC news and rumors. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the content. Also, if you could, please subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and comment down below and share the video everywhere. It really helps me out. And if you could, follow me on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see what the face behind the voice looks like. Also, check us out on the Twitter sphere, WarstuG. I'm trying to grow a community over there. So, in the last 24 hours or so, we've had the reveal of the Matt Reeves Arkham Asylum deleted scene with Barry, aka someone looks very much like the Joker. I do understand why they didn't put that scene in the movie, because realistically, it doesn't add any value to the movie when you think about it. It doesn't deepen the experience. It doesn't deepen the movie, and realistically he went there to get answers about the Riddler, and realistically it was a bodged job and he didn't find out anything. It was more, in my interpretation, a psychological point of view of why he went there. But damn, it does reference that they have a history and it's nearly their anniversary, and that does make sense because it is year 2 of Batman, so there is a strong indication that they have had interactions, or at least one interaction together, and it was very much so a kind of bodged job. Realistically, the scene was there to service as an examination of Bruce Wayne's psychological being. It was a bodged attempt to get a lead that will cause Bruce more harm down the road. So realistically, the way they did it was pretty good, but I think it would have been better if they added it as a post-credit stinger, because we know Matt Reeves spoke about this scene in depth. We also know that he said they would release it at some point, so they did release it. And he's also said he doesn't know if Joker is gonna actually be the villain of the second movie, but I believe he will be in there. So Barry recently came out and said, honestly, I'm stuck for words, but I'm very blessed to play this role. After the amazing actors before me, here is my version. And he shared it himself via Twitter, and he showed the scene, and I think it's a very good scene. It's a very different interpretation of the Joker, but now we've got so many different interpretations of the Joker, it's actually becoming a joke. So that wasn't the only new Joker thing we got. So as we know, the Ayer cut is pretty much confirmed to be done and dusted, but according to a page that you should all follow called @AyerCut on the Twitter sphere, there is a new image of Joker. I'll overlay it with Joker, played by Jared Leto, with a gun to his head, which implies there is even more footage and even more Joker. Why is everything coming out from WB at the moment? We know the Joker scene coming out from the Matt Reeves movie has nothing to do with this, but if you combine this scene, this image being revealed, you combine it with a Wayne T. Carr image being revealed that legally would have had to have permission from Warner Brothers. Are we getting the Ayer cut or the Ayer cut? I think it's very likely from what we're hearing from behind the scenes that the David Ayer Suicide Squad movie will be released, and it literally makes no sense now because we know it's there. It's literally there. We've had it confirmed by ample people. There's so much information to prove it's there. I don't even need to go over any more context, but we need the Ayer cut because that gives more context than if you watch the Ayer cut, and then if you watch the Zack Snyder Justice League movie, it makes more sense from a narrative point of view because the Ayer cut was supposed to set up Zack Snyder's Justice League with much more context. And if you do go over the Ayer cut page on Twitter, there is so much evidence that we could be getting more scenes from Jared Leto Joker in the Ayer cut. Not only that, there is more scenes, allegedly more scenes from Ben Affleck Batman. It's easy to judge 5-minute long scene when it hasn't been cut down to 10 seconds long, edited to hell and back. This here was a long scene of the Joker slowly manipulating Harley into doing his bidding and using her to escape Arkham Asylum. But in the studio cut, they release a 10-second scene. I guarantee a lot of people will like this version of the movie, just like everyone hated the Joss Whedon cut. But when they actually watched the 4-hour cut, the real cut, even friends I know in real life that hated the Sweden cut, they actually changed their minds. Like, yo, this movie makes much more sense. I want to see more of that. I want to see Justice League 2. I want to do Justice League 3. And then when you tell them, yo, the same thing happened to the Ayer cut, not to the same degree, the same savagery of how Snyder got fired essentially in a roundabout way, but the fact that the movie should have, could have, and would have been much better. So recently, there has been some more information about release the Snyder cut, restore the SnyderVerse, restore the Warstu verse. I can't verify if this is real. It looks pretty real, but it looks like someone sent a message to Discovery and they replied back. And what they replied back with is very interesting if it is actually real. So someone messaged Discovery and said this: please restore the Snyderverse is trending everywhere you look. A film that caused numerous records and is recognized as a global phenomenon. Give us a reason to believe. Dream to finish painting the canvas left halfway by Zack Snyder. And then Discovery responded with a winky face, cross finger, cross finger. Now, if this is real, I can't validate. It looks pretty real, but we don't know if it actually is real, so it's hard to say if it is real, but I've got a strong indication it is real. So also, in the news, our good friend Grace Randall recently tweeted this on the Twitter sphere. This was indeed a beautiful moment. Imagine the flip side of this. If they reversed it, a call for help. Hopefully a scene like that doesn't get cut by June 2023. So this was in response to someone basically not understanding the moment when the Flash went back in time and said Lois is key to Superman, Lois is key to everything. Now, I do find it very interesting that Grace Randolph does know one of the interpretations of the Flash movie, but she is being respectful. She is not actually leaking anything, neither and or am I. I'm just going over information that is publicly tweeted. Now, I do know one of the interpretations of the entirety of the Flash movie from what I was told, but as I said, I'm not a scooper. I never will be a scooper. I will only talk about things when they are public knowledge. And Grace tweeting this is very interesting because it tells me that she's heard very similar things to what I've heard. So it wasn't a response to this moment in the movie made me jump out of my seat. What other moment kept you on your edge? And she posted that saying she hopes a beautiful scene doesn't get cut by June 2023, which is very interesting. So Grace, respect for not revealing too much about a movie that a lot of people clearly know a lot of information about. And I think it is so much better when people know information about test screenings and they don't put it out there. It's a completely different story if we go over it once someone has already revealed it and it's already everywhere. I'm not going to be the one to reveal the Flash movie, Shazam, Black Adam, etc. because I have information on all these movies that I haven't actually seen anywhere else, but I'm not a leaker. I'm not a scooper, but if the information is already online, I will divulge. I will talk about information that is already on the Twitter sphere. So I came across this image and it's fascinating. So it's an image that has leaked the entire. So on the right-hand side, you have the release date of the Joss Whedon studio cut. Then on the right-hand side, you have 3018, which was the release of the Zack Snyder Justice League. And on the top and bottom, you have empty slots. Now, is Zack hinting that the top slot would be Justice League 2 and the bottom slot could be Justice League 3? Now, this could be the biggest tease we had so far, and I don't believe anyone's actually spoken about this so far on the Twitter sphere because I've not been sent it or no one sent this idea to me or anything like that. So I honestly believe that Zack has literally just teased the Snyder Cut 2 and 3 have been greenlit and something is going on, because what is the empty slots for? It makes sense that the SnyderVerse is being restored, although I've said ample times it doesn't need restoring because it never never went anywhere. So let me know. I will overlay the image. Do you think the top slot and the bottom slot is for Justice League 2 and 3? It could be. It might not be anything, but Zack has said multiple times before that he doesn't tease anything unless there's a valid point behind it. So like always, guys, please subscribe to the channel. It very much is appreciated. Also become a channel member for 99p. Doesn't really give you any benefits. It just tells me that you appreciate the boy. Also subscribe, comment, notifications on, all that good stuff. Also follow me on Instagram at Warstu. That'd be much obliged. And also on the Twitter sphere at WarstuG. And I pretty much respond to everyone there. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.